They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. That was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Finding time. And this completes to Henry over the middle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 7 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Heading back out there now, the Saints defense. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over. Because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee. But you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll come out in the pistol. Off of play action. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step away and come back to San Diego after. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Oh, a heck of a move. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Their dangerous wide receiver hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn
I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Deep drop. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. Plenty of scoring here already. And we'll come back to San Diego. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest receiver, I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches, and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he motions the wide receiver. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green. Watch it now, Marty.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chargers...
And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff Spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here we go. Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
The play clock's running down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll run it here. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Play clock winding down.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
We got 3. All right, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
No. Check. Patriots.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Saints just continue to roll.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
No, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And this will be here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff looking right. Shreds the tackle. Ooh, the juke. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Saints, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina.